In this video, we're covering a life staff and a rapier build, specifically with 200 con, because in my last video, people tried to roast me and say, you cannot do this. This is so bad. I even posted the video on Reddit and it got some responses. Anyway, here's one of the comments that popped up saying, this is so bad. This is too low of con for PvP. So I'm going to show you a build that works for PvP that is life staff, rapier, 200 con. And I'm also going to highlight this commenter. I just want to go ahead and say thank you. Yes, this is a new channel for me, doing a gaming channel, but this is not my main channel. If you want to check that out, it's down in the description. I actually teach people how to make content and how to be able to do content like this. Anyway, let's get straight into this video. I'm going to show you this scorecard. As a healer, 10 kills, and I wasn't even trying for the first half of it, nor recording until I started having some fun with it. All those kills, crazy rapier kills, 400 focus, 200 con. Let me tell you about this build. Let me show you how it works. Let's get into this video. Oh, and don't forget to do the whole like, subscribe, comment, all that stuff. But do me a favor, like this video if you're actually really excited about New World Aeternum coming out, or if it's after New World Aeternum is coming out. Like this video if you're enjoying it and having a good time. Build time. All right, let's get started talking about gear. By the way, look at the skins. What do you think? You think it's great? I think it's great. So let's get started with weapons. Right here, we have the Fire of Life Life Staff. I love this Life Staff, but I'm using it because it has Refreshing Move and Blessed, and Fortifying Sacred Ground is great. You could totally put it on a piece of armor. It's not required on this weapon, nor this one specifically, but Blessed and Refreshing Move is great, or whatever weapon perk you'd like to put here, like Refreshing Divine Embrace, or Mending Protection. Put that on the life staff if you feel like that's more beneficial. That's great. But I do feel like these two are the ones you want. Blessed, Refreshing Move. For the rapier, this is actually one I just got off Trading Post. And the only thing I was really wanting was Keen Speed. Gain 20% haste for 7 seconds on a critical hit. We're going to be getting a lot of criticals, so that benefits us being able to make sure we can get in and out of fights. And Refreshing Fletch was really nice to be able to get on it. And then Vicious for critical damage. These are not necessarily required. I think Keen Speed is what you're looking for. And running the gem to be able to convert it to focus so that it scales with focus. We're still not getting crazy damage, but enough that I'm getting kills, and you'll see that here in just a minute. And for the gem on the life staff, I'm actually running a leeching diamond. You could totally just run a regular diamond or whatever the case, but I like having a little bit of life steal when I can. For the armor itself on the head, I'm running a heavy head with freedom, shirking fort, and mending protection. All the other perks kind of don't really matter too much. Get the things that you kind of think you're going to benefit from, but you know, freedom's nice, get rid of roots. But in the same case, mending prot, this probably does much better on the actual life staff, but mending protection, we are running orb, and this does come in clutch when you're low health. You can pop it on, you get some extra heals, pop a divine embrace, big heal off of that with mending prot, really nice. For the chest piece, we are running featherweight, so we can get that nice 2 heavy pieces on head, arms, or boots. And I've just put health as the other perk that's on here. For the gauntlets, I have a light set of gauntlets with refreshing divine embrace, refreshing, and then void harnessing. It's not like god rolls, anything like that, but I wanted divine embrace on my gear. For the legs, I have a light leg here. There's nothing crazy about this. Actually, the perk is not beneficial because I'm not even using void gauntlet, but it's just the one that I have on me. It's just already got everything else that I want with the gem as well as focus, and it's got refreshing. So whatever the case, it's kind of throwaway perks, but it's what's there. And then I've got heavy boots. Also, once again, these are my PvE boots. No reason to change them out, but I like having health on here, so make sure we get more than that. And I have leeching opals. Everything's opals on my armor, leeching opals or regular opals, and you can see nullifying oblivion. Doesn't help me, but when I'm in PvE, it does. For the amulet, these are the things I really like having is divine and health, refreshing. Change that out with whatever you want, shirking, you know, shirking dot, any of those things as that third perk. But refreshing and divine and health is what I'm aiming for. I have the Azoth Crystal Ring with Leeching, Hardy, and Sacred. I feel like that is a god roll specifically for this, best in slot, just because I love Leeching. And then obviously Hardy and Sacred are, you know, pretty self-explanatory. I also have the Crystal Earring, the Azoth Crystal Earring for Refreshing Toast, Regenerating, Empowering Toast, meh. I'm more focused on that Refreshing Toast and Regenerating. So I hide my camera and you can see it puts us at 1385 physical, 1269 elemental, and we're going to be popping orb all the time. So our armor is going to be easy 1500s at all times as a light player, and that's because we're running featherweight. All right, getting into weapon mastery, let's start off with the life staff. So we're actually running Divine Embrace, Sacred Ground, Rebound and Beacon of Light. I'm not going to go and explain everything, but I will go ahead and say why we chose specific things. So Divine Embrace, we went all the way down just so that we can pop some nice heals. You could drop Rebound and grab Desperate Speed, which I do love Desperate Speed, but I actually took it away so I could grab some of these other perks here. We do go Absolved. We are going to get Revitalized to reduce, cooldowns, Intensify, so you can actually throw out some heavies. You could get rid of this one so you don't get the extra 30% buff because you're not throwing heavy attacks all the time or hitting them. You could get rid of this one and put it somewhere else. Maybe over here on Blissful Touch would be a good one, or actually into Desperate Speed. But I have had some benefit of this inside OPRs, and I feel like this can be really nice. Sacred Protection, you always want to have, and I went into Divine Blessing, obviously Sacred Ground all the way through. Orb of Protection all the way through. We do want to have Bend Light because we're going to dodging all the time anyway. Protector Strength, the buff is outgoing healing, 20% increased. We're always going to have that because of Sacred Protection. And then Glowing Focus, I want this buff to last longer because I don't always want to be on my life staff because I kind of want to be moving around. You can totally play this build passive and just heal. Use the Rapier to get out of combat. But as you're going to see in the clips coming up, I'm in the DPS at all times and escaping, and I'll show you a clip right now, just put some b-roll up of like this build. Like I'm getting just completely pummeled with a whole bunch of DPS, but I'm able to get away because of this and focusing on actually using the Rapier to get me out of the bad situation. All right, and then over for the Rapier itself, on the Blood Tree, we're only taking Flurry. We're taking it all the way in, and we're doing Refreshing Strikes so we can get cooldowns down. On Guard to do 10% more health while your target has greater than 50. This kind of really lets us knock down their health from the start and kind of hope that people join us in the end. Light Edge, increased damage from both middle swipe attacks and light chain. We are doing a lot of light attacks, so this is beneficial. Evade all the way through. We're only taking the Fletch to actually just activate the ability. We're not taking anything else. We are taking Controlled Breathing because we want some stamina back. Perfectionist because we're going to be full health a lot because of our heals to get more damage. Critical Strikes reduce cooldowns by 5%. This is the big one. Every time we get crits, it reduces it. 3% haste for 4 seconds on Rapier hits. Haste is always great. And then 30% increased damage on your next light or heavy after performing an ability. We're going to be literally popping abilities constantly. So a momentum, I think, is almost required for this. And as far as attributes go, we have, like I've mentioned before, 405 focus. I'm trying to aim for 400, 200, or whatever really you can do. The 200 con specifically is to get an extra 10% in armor, both physical as well as elemental. And because of that, our health now is 17,530. You're a tanky boy running around. To go ahead and show you a little bit of a rotation on it before I show you the clips and how I'm thinking about it, what I'm going to do is on the life staff, before I go into battle, I'm going to make sure that I always have an orb on me because, and again, I'll hide this, 1662 armor physical, 1532 elemental. That's nuts. And if you pay attention to that, when I pop this, I have this for 16 seconds of fortification, and I can continue to rebuff it. Look, it's going to be at like 9 seconds, and I can pop it again. And now this, you don't have to shoot yourself with it. If you hit an ally and heal them with Orb of Protection, you will get the buff as well. And so that's the real big benefit. You can throw it in the group. You're getting the benefit plus the heals from it, and you're getting that Fortify. So you're talking about like decent medium armor with featherweight in this up at all times without having to do anything crazy. It's kind of nuts. Obviously Sacred, we're going to keep out as much as possible. If we're going to go into a fight, we're going to stay in Sacred. Whatever we pop with Sacred, we're going to be able to get a lot more heals from. Just because of the way Sacred works, there's increased healing from sources. And then Divine Embrace is pretty self-explanatory. That's our single target heal. Because we have Refreshing Divine Embrace, if we cast it on someone under 50%, that cooldown's really quick. And you can see from that clip that we played before, it really helps in getting out of a sticky situation. Now, for the Rapier, we have Fletch, which is our runaway tool. I really try to never use this unless I absolutely have to. Like if I'm in a DPS, I'm not using it because if I need to escape, then I'm using it because it has a longer cooldown. Now, if I use it, any kind of critical hit is going to lower down that cooldown. And if you can get one with a refreshing move on it, even better, right? So I try to save it and use it when I need to. Now, the one that I really like is Evade. And some people just use it to have that like invulnerability for that little bit of time when you have the movement. But what I love is, and I have it bound to my mouse. I have all of my abilities bound to my mouse, by the way. So what I do is as I'm actually hitting that button, I'm light attacking. So what you can see is here's a light attack, 747. If I evade, I'm not doing any damage. But if I light attack while I'm evading, it hits really quick. And because of the way the cooldowns work and everything, you can almost spam this. You can see right here, I'm just light attacking, right? Here's with evade happening. Okay, so let me not do it. Here's evade. Each time as evade, you can see I can really speed up my attacks. Right, then you can flurry. You can continue to pop that. You can see that cooldown is just going by so quick. And it's a really good way to put out DPS. And you're going to see that I'm going to be putting out like crazy DPS at all times. I love using this and then using this to get out of a fight. Really worth it. All right, so let's get into this footage. Let's show you this OPR and these battles that I did. Absolutely crazy. Every bit of commentary you're going to hear is me doing voiceover after the fact because I wasn't actually doing it while I was actually recording. So I'm just going to kind of talk through it and what I was doing in mindset stuff. And yeah, let's get into the footage. All right, so for this starting part, we're actually at their spawn, and you can see I'm just doing some DPS pushing up the hill, and I'm actually going to switch over to kind of this passive healer. I'm going to lay down some heals, help out some teammates, put out a few orbs, and get definitely some fortify on our friends. And this person you can see is really weak. I clean them up right there with just a light attack. Put out a couple of heals, throw out an orb. I'm going to switch over to DPS once again. You can see BMF Drago right there. He and I become kind of like mortal enemies in this match. You'll see in a second. So in this one right here, we're actually pushing up. I'm just going to push this person off. They're just kind of trying to contest Sun, and we'll just clean this person out. You can see I can just be very aggressive with this build. So this part right here is actually talking about survivability. You can see I popped a Divine Embrace, put a beacon down. I actually popped my Heart Rune to run away from this guy who was he just wanted to chase me down the hill. So I turned around to go ahead and support a teammate, threw down a Sacred, put down a beacon, or not a beacon, but an orb on him, kind of pushing up the hill to help. And once again, he's going to kind of try to target me to push me back down the hill. You can see him at 3k health, immediately back to 15k, down to 3k, back to 15. And that's the power of Divine Embrace. It's just so powerful. All right, so here's the Baron fight, and I wanted to leave the entire Baron piece in. Yes, we've got a lot of teammates here, and that will definitely play into us actually like winning the Baron fight right here, but I left this in because I think this is just showing how much I've actually used the Rapier rather than the Life Staff in this area. You would expect that, you know, as a healer, kind of putting down heals, that you would be kind of leaning on that Life Staff, but because we didn't have so many opponents in here, I just took the time to just go ahead and play DPS. You can see I'm going to lean on this guy. I'm going to get that kill. I'm going to kind of steal it from my teammates, but put out the heal. We're going to clean up Baron pretty quick right here. You can see how quick that DPS goes by using that evade, kind of just click light attack evade piece. It's really cool, and we're going to stay on this clip. I'm actually going to help teammates heal as we leave. And there's someone waiting just outside who is, I think, just 1v1ing or 1v2ing someone. And we turn around to go ahead and target. This is actually the Samantha person we were targeting earlier on the wall that we cleaned up. And we're going to get to clean up once again right there. All right, now we're going to push in. This is actually coming into Sun right after Baron. And they were trying to cap point. So we're just pushing in to kind of clean up. And you can see, once again, I'm very aggressive. This is, as a healer, probably way too aggressive, but you can still see I'm trying to help teammates, throwing orbs out, throwing sacreds down behind me. I'm actually like targeting them from behind with actually group numbers. And you can see I'm pushing in right here, throwing an orb down, kind of playing a little bit of passive heals because there's just a little too much DPS inside. I know I'm going to go down. Once I feel like the coast is safe, I push right back in though, which is right about here. I'm going to go ahead and start taking some attacks in. The goal is to just kind of just make them target me because they know I'm healing, and then the DPS can just do their job. Clean them up, get it done. You can see we're doing some passive heals, throwing some stuff down. Here goes a flurry, and then we're about to start taking some more attacks. 3v1 here against some people just running around. Obviously, they're a little distracted, but the clip kind of speaks for itself for how much survivability you have. You can play as aggressive or as passive as you want. And then we're going to clean up this guy, this tank that's trying to hold Sun. Push him off, and then we can move on, take some more points, and then get the victory. We do win in this one. Spoiler alert. And, yeah. So here they go. Hopefully this guy's going to go down pretty quick. You can see those evade shots. It's just the amount of damage that you can put out with evade and light attack is just ridiculous. Here he goes. Boom. Done. So this next clip, we're actually pushing up into a mix. I'm chasing some guys around, trying to help teammates. There's a lot of void gauntlets flying around. And I believe we get the cleanup on this guy. We're chasing some other outliers, just people that were assisting the tanks and the other DPS that were around. Get some cleanups on these people. And we're just, it's kind of weird how easy I'm able to get these kills, and I think it's just because of how fast you're able to attack with the Rapier. And you're just kind of cleaning up the last little bit of health they might have before they tick out with dots and all of the other stuff that comes from it. But you can see I'm literally like losing health constantly and just continuing to gain health. There's sacreds on the ground. I'm passing Divine Embrace. I'm popping healing pots, etc. Again, we're just pushing down. There's BMF Drago again. And again, I kind of just lead it on this guy. And here in a second, he gets a little too aggressive on me, and we have to kind of shut him down. But as we're pushing down the hill right here, again, we're playing a little bit more passive on the heals. And you got to figure out what works best for the situation. If it seems like there's way too much hammers, a lot of CC in the area, you're gonna get CC'd, you're gonna get dropped, unless you're running like top freedom and stuff like that. Alright, so here's the point. You can see BMF Drago behind me, and then you're going to see a couple of other people chasing me. I'm copying Divine Embrace. This is a long fight where I'm trying to run away. Look at this. 3v1. I'm trying to leave. I know if I switch to Rapier, I am done so. Because the moment I try to pop Fletch, they're just going to CC me. You can see they've actually continued to just lock me in place. Samantha Green, who I've killed a couple times at this point. Drago, who I've killed a couple times at this point. They are set on taking me out. But you can see this is kind of why healers are a little overpowered in OPR right now. Finally, right there, I was able to get a moment where I knew they were out of cooldown and I could actually fletch away, and I was able to escape. And here's where I actually turn back around and try to get my revenge. This is a long clip, and I'm leaving it in because I feel bad for this guy. But I literally like lasered on him. So you can see I can't do a lot of DPS, right? But I am literally crosshair on him. I am not, he chased me. I am going to chase him. So we're literally gonna like fight right here. And then he's gonna run around this corner. By the way, BMF Drago, if you comment on this video, brother, please comment on this video. All I want to say is I'm sorry. I literally just targeted you this whole part. Oh man, but if you watch my videos, brother, all love. I appreciate you, man. It's just all fun. Anyway, we move back around. He's going to get right in front of this door, and this is the moment where me and this Void Gauntlet, Ice Gauntlet can kind of clean him up right here and kind of walk away with, I believe, the 3rd kill on him this match right here. Oh, I didn't get the kill. The Ice Gauntlet guy got it just easy. Next clip, we're pushing back around. This is one of those survivability clips. I'm pushing into another like massive horde of DPS. You can see I'm going 17k to 4k, back up to 12. Just heals all over the place trying to keep myself alive, being chased by DPS. And because Divine Embrace does so well with its cooldowns and the amount of heals that you get from it, it's really versatile, especially if you can get an orb on you with Mending Protection, the actual like armor perk that gives you some extra healing, like I think it's 20-something% extra healing. It gives you a huge boost. Here we go again. This is actually the clip I showed you earlier in the video. You can see I'm actually pushing directly into DPS. I'm trying to get in there and kind of be way too aggressive to see what the limit of this build is. And you can see I'm dealing with a lot of DPS. In and out, low health, high health. I think that was over a 10k pop heal right there just to get that to go up. Push back, do a little bit of just, basic healing, kind of just assist some teammates as they push down that DPS a little bit too much. But you're going to see I'm going to quickly switch over and we're going directly back into DPS just to kind of end out this match on the top, you can see we're winning 921 to 698. And so I'm just kind of trying to take the time to enjoy. We're definitely going to target this guy and lean on him. Teammate gets the kill, but we fletch through him right as he gets the kill. Once again, we're pushing down the hill. And I think I actually get one more opportunity with BMF Drago. Yeah, right here. Once again, going in. I'm so sorry, brother. I love you. That's all I gotta say, brother. I love you. I'm not trying to troll you. Just completely lean on you, brother. But it's just kind of what happened this match. I feel bad. Comment down below, like press F respects for BMF Drago, because like I literally just saw him earlier and he chased me and it tilted me. So I had it on for him right here. Look. Oh, there we go. I feel so bad. And here's the final card. We placed 5th, 10 kills, 76 assists, 3 deaths. Crazy. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really appreciate you. Please make sure you do all that YouTube stuff, like, subscribe, comment, all that stuff. Let me know down below, what do you think of this build? Please comment. I would love to be able to hear from you. Let me know what kind of videos you want to be able to hear. I do have a video coming up of actual like leveling up a healer from the beginning forward. I will be playing Aeternum when it drops and releasing content on Tuesday, so hopefully you can see some of that content. You should totally check out this video right here, which is actually I love this video. It's the Attuned Healer build, where I actually run 100 con, 250 intelligence, 350 focus, and people are like, oh my god, it's a meme build. But let me just tell you, major DPS, major heals. It's absolutely a crazy build. We'll see you in that video.